Man, it's good to be back. So this is actually my first day back officially in the office after being in quarantine for like 3 weeks. It's definitely one of those things, like you have to get used to being back in a routine. You're not working from a kitchen table. You're actually like up and moving and doing things out and about. Like it's just I actually had to put on real clothes today. Like I didn't get to put on sweatpants as much as I really wanted to. But to get moving on this week's video, I wanted to kind of lean into some Thanksgiving type stuff. Wanted to kind of give you guys some encouragement about what Thanksgiving might look like in your own lives. And I've just got 3 things that I want to encourage you with really quick today. 3 ways that you can show gratitude in your life right now that will really change the way that you interact with people, with your families, and it'll totally change your perspective, because gratitude is one of those things that it gets rid of any kind of entitlement. It gets rid of any kind of discontentment that you might have. Like gratitude is the key to living a more fulfilled life in the here and now. So I am actually on my way right now to go get some coffee. Shocker, right? Can't do anything without coffee, even though it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, and then we're gonna record something, and we might end up back up in the studio. I don't know. We'll just kind of see what goes on. Let's go. All right, we have arrived here at the coffee shop, but before I go in, I figured I'd go ahead and give you guys the first little tip that I have for you. Let's go ahead and take these glasses off so I can actually like look at you in the eyes. So first tip number 1 on how you can show gratitude this week. I mean, Thursday is Thanksgiving, so like you might be sitting around the table with your families. I don't know if you have like a tradition. Maybe you go around the table as you're eating your pumpkin pie or your turkey and stuffing or whatever it is that you do on Thanksgiving, and maybe you like talk about things that you're thankful for, things that you are thinking about that's you have in your life that other people don't have. So tip number 1 is super simple. You're gonna be around a lot of family, maybe. It depends on if you're traveling for Thanksgiving this year. But if you're around family, I want you to pick one family member. It could be your mom, could be your dad, could be your grandma, could be your third cousin, could be your great uncle. I don't care who it is. But I want you to think about one thing that you are thankful to that person for. One thing that you can think about that person means something to you. And I just want you to say thank you. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for, I mean, fill in the blank. I don't care what it is, but thank that person. And then this is something that you can do on a regular basis. I don't know, once a week, twice a week, every day. You can just text a family member, text a friend, text a teacher, text a minister. I don't know who it is, but like just reach out to somebody. And if you say nothing else, just say thank you. And it's amazing what those 2 little words do to a relationship. Like if there's ever been animosity between you and somebody else, or like there's been difficulty, you find yourself like there are things about that person that get on your nerves. There's something about just saying, hey, thank you. Even if there is pain in that situation, like the simple fact that you are acknowledging that person means something to you or has done something for you really does change things. So that's step number 1, is just say thank you to one of your family members. If you're not traveling this year, if you're staying at home, talk to your parents. If you want to actually reach out to somebody else, send a text message. You've got a phone that does about 100,753 things. Yeah, that was actually a number. Use it. Reach out to somebody. Say thank you. So I'm going to run inside and go get some coffee, and then I'll come back and I'll give you step number 2. And we are back, coffee in hand, made it back. This is one of those things it throws me off because you can't sit down because there's like no seating in Starbucks right now. So all you can do is just stand there, which isn't all that inconvenient. It's just kind of weird seeing stuff blocked off again. It's just kind of a weird experience. But anyway, so I wanted to come back. Step number 2, practice number 2, thing number 2 that you can be doing this week. Like you can do it today. When you watch this video, you can start. You can start this in the morning, whatever is best for you if you want to start practicing some gratitude this week. But practice number 2, thing number 2 that you can be doing is to write out things that you're grateful for. So one of my favorite practices is journaling. I love getting to write down some things. I love getting to process things that are going on like in my mind. And one of those things, I think I actually mentioned this in last week's video, one of the journaling practices that I love the most is called the 5-minute journal. And the reason I love it is because it's fast, but the kicker is it starts off by you writing out 3 things that you're grateful for. So before you process your day, before you start thinking about what your schedule's gonna look like, things you gotta get done, you start off by writing out 3 things that you're grateful for. So what if you did that every day this week? So if you started today on a Monday, if you're watching this video, or it could be a Thursday for all I know, but if you start today and you just do it every day for a week, and you write out 3 things that you're grateful for every day for a week, you've got 21 things that you're thankful for. The big part that comes up is a lot of times we get really discontent. Like we get in places where we feel like we don't have the stuff that we want. We're always asking for more. We get really torn up because we don't have what somebody else does. We're not in the kind of place that somebody else is. But when we start saying thank you, when we start acknowledging and recognizing the things that you have, the people who you're with, the relationships that you have, it totally changes your perspective on how you're going to see the world. Instead of seeing the world through a lens of, do I need more stuff to make me happy? You start seeing the things that you already have. And I don't want to make it sound like we're talking all about physical things. Like usually when I would write out my 3 things that I'm grateful for, it actually wasn't things to begin with. It was actually people. It was, I have a house. I'm really grateful for my messy kitchen table. I'm grateful for all of those little things because those are the things that are unique about my life, things that I wouldn't notice or think about unless I'm really paying attention to them. So try that. Try writing out 3 things, maybe not things, but 3 areas of your life that you're grateful for. What are those things for you? If you want to, drop some down in the comments below. Send us a message. Let us know things that you're grateful for. So we're gonna go ahead and head back on over to the church building, and I think we're gonna go up to the recording studio to finish this last one out. So I will see you there. All right, so we finally made it back. So we have been talking about 3 ways that you can show gratitude this week. So Thanksgiving is on Thursday, it's coming up. Black Friday right around the corner, Cyber Monday right around the corner, which by the way, is anybody like doing the whole Black Friday thing actually like in person anymore? Is that a thing? But anyway, before I get too terribly distracted, I want to give you your 3rd practice, your 3rd thing that you can do, 3rd way to show gratitude this week. And really every week, but things that you can start with right now. And this last one might seem a little bit cliche. It might seem a little bit like, well, duh, but pray about it. Thank God for the things that He's given you. Scripture all over the place has lots of insight about what it means to be thankful. And one of my favorite verses that I've really been sitting with for the past little bit, we've used it several times in our sermon series on Sundays and things like that, but it's 1 Thessalonians 5:18 that just says, in all circumstances give thanks. So in everything, regardless of the situation that you find yourself in, regardless of how difficult things are, give thanks. Let it be the first thing that you do. Philippians 4, we talk about in all things rejoice. And sometimes it can be really difficult, right? Like when you feel like the world around you is falling apart, when you feel like your school year gone, when you feel like work is just trash and you're not feeling it anymore, it's really difficult to like find yourself in any kind of rejoicing position. It's hard to say thank you. It's hard to be grateful to God because you're like, God, where are you? Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing right now? And I understand that. Like, really and truly, I do. I want you to know that Sometimes saying thank you, sometimes being grateful isn't the first thing, because it's really easy to just see the things that we don't have. It's really easy just to see the things that are going wrong in the world. So I just want to encourage you with these 3 things that you can do right now, this week, today, to show gratitude, to celebrate Thanksgiving in a way that's not just eating pie and turkey until you can't eat anything anymore. So to remind you, here are your 3 practices for this week, your 3 things that you can do to show gratitude. The first thing is to say thank you to one of your family members. Send a text message, make a phone call, but whatever you have to do, send them a carrier pigeon. Just say thank you to one of your family members. This week while you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table, just say thank you. The second thing is to actually write some of this stuff out. I told you about the 5-minute journal, how you can be writing out 3 things every day this week. So you would have 21 things, 21 parts of your life that you are thankful for this week that maybe you don't notice all the time. And the last thing is to pray about it. Thank God for the things that you have in all circumstances, regardless of what's going on around you. Thank God for the things that you have. Because James would say that every good gift, every perfect gift comes from the Father of lights. He's the one who's providing all of this. He's the one who we're really saying thank you to during this season, especially as we look forward to Christmas, where we get to celebrate the greatest gift that we ever receive, that of Jesus and the life that he was going to bring to us. So, hey, if you have been encouraged by this content, if you have enjoyed this video, I'm just going to ask a couple things of you before you go. Don't forget to like this video, click the thumbs up button below, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get more content like this on a regular basis. You can even click the little notification bell so that you can actually get notifications on your phone every time we post new content like this. And last, would you just share this with your friends? Share this with somebody who needs to be reminded of how awesome Thanksgiving actually is. This is one of those holidays that gets overlooked. This is one of those things that we just kind of push on to Christmas and we forget about taking the time, about slowing down and being grateful for everything that we have, all of the good things that God has done for us. So hey, I love you and I cannot wait to see you. I pray that you have a fantastic day. My friends, grace and peace.